He is behind everything. He is in the shadows. The Republic has already fallen. There is no justice, no law, no order, except for the one that will replace it. The time of the Jedi has finished. They cannot defeat Sidious, but you and I can. Welcome, everybody. Hey, my name is Ben, and this is the Fanatics of Film, and I got my good friend K-Log here with me. How's it going, sir?
Hail Ben, hail Fanatics of Film, hail Star Wars, hail the Clone Wars, hail this episode, hail Dave Filoni.
Yeah, this is the best episode. I just keep saying it every single time. This is the best episode of this season. So,
hey, Ben, though it might be better. This is the best episode of the season, which ain't saying much because last episode was the best episode too. Right?
Absolutely.
Last episode was great, man. This is the best arc, but I have to say, through 2 episodes, this is the best arc of the whole show.
Yeah, it definitely is. And it's all for many reasons. Hail to everybody listening. Thank you for joining us here today. And I think for many more reasons than one, but one of the biggest reasons, of course, is because it is contemporary of Revenge of the Sith, and that's what makes it so much fun. We discussed just briefly a moment how this could be. You can actually edit these together with scenes of Revenge of the Sith. One of my favorite moments of this episode is, of course, when Obi-Wan is talking to Ahsoka and reveals that Dooku's been killed. And of course, Ahsoka doesn't even react. She barely reacts to that. It's kind of a funny moment, but really, really great stuff. I just loved it.
And I wonder what her lack of reaction meant then, was because she just expects Anakin to kill everybody or.
We're in the city of Sundari on Mandalore, and as I've said so many times, I want to see Mandalore in the Mandalorian TV series because it's so the way the design of Mandalore I think is so interesting and so much fun, and I wish we could see it, but we probably won't for a long time. Anyway, so there was no voiceover crawl, just straight into it. Just right into it. Part 2, the Phantom Apprentice, and that was just actually a great moment. Maul fumbles on Ahsoka's name, and that reminded me of the time where we had tried to figure out if Maul had even met Ahsoka yet. So it's like, and it just reminded me of that. He's like, oh, have we met before? He was trying to figure her out. He's been trying to figure out this whole episode. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to figure her out. And of course, that's when he uses the whole Kylo Ren intrusive of the brain effect there too, which was kind of fun.
That was cool. That was world building, Ben. But I appreciate, and like we always bring up the fact that if only Star Wars had somebody writing this that kept that continuity, that was a stickler to detail, like all of us, a la Breaking Bad writers.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so Maul says to her he says her way of thinking is behind the times, and Maul wonders if the moment he's talking about, he's looking up and he's just like feeling. You can tell that he's the way Sam Witwer inhales when he's breathing in. It's like he's breathing in dark side energy. I mean, he's like, I wonder if the moment is upon us, and reveals the name Sidious to Ahsoka, also revealing his plan and how big it is. Maul and two of the Mandalorians scatter into the tunnel, and of course, one of the biggest things that I wanted to point out is that we don't get to see a lot of the battle. We get to see little bits and pieces, and the kind of one of the main ones that happen in that main area. But there's so much more of that battle going on, which is interesting to point out. Which I wouldn't have minded seeing a little bit more of. But oh well, what are they going to do with 22 minutes?
I know, Ben, but goddamn, maybe I was led to somebody tricked me about hearing about this, but I was under the assumption that they were going to be longer episodes. Like I was expecting this to be like an hour and a half episode.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know. It's like this format. It's like they're so used to making in these short little. They're so used to making these short episodes that they're just like their writing style, everything, all parts of that are part of that. So it's kind of funny that way. So Obi-Wan reveals that Dooku is dead to Ahsoka, and this was actually a great moment on the holo communicator. Obi-Wan asks Ahsoka to speak to Anakin. He's like, I want you to speak to her, defend the council's actions to have Anakin spy on the Chancellor. And she's just like, I won't defend the council. And she gets interrupted. And that moment, I know that I don't want to dwell on it, but it's just a funny moment how she's just like, tell Anakin, and then she trails off, and he's like, I will. It's like, what is he going to tell? What is he going to tell her? It's like we don't know. I'm sure it's just like give him my regards, or whatever. Tell him I care about him or I miss him, whatever. But it's like after all that, after she basically gave him the cold shoulder because another girl was involved. Okay,
then it could have been tell him I forgive him.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, yeah, I could see that. But obviously Obi-Wan knows exactly what it is. They felt through the Force, so
tell him I don't blame him. Like shit happens, dude. Tell him we're all good. It was the way that Obi-Wan responded to her with just a look was so well written. They've done in these last 2 episodes. They've used lack of dialogue to convey emotion so well. A lot of it's had to do with Ahsoka and Anakin's looks at each other, but man, this is so well written. This is so Star Wars, man. I'm just so thrilled and grateful as a fan to enjoy this. And it's like, do I just say, hey, this is so great? Or do I say, well, you've given me this such great shit. You know how to do it. Why don't you do it more often?
Because there are people that are doing Star Wars now that don't like Star Wars.
Yeah, you're right, Ben. They don't like Star Wars. You know what I mean? They're here to push an agenda via and Star Wars is the the vehicle.
They want to shape Star Wars into something that they like. All of us have been tainted by the. It's like
well, I think taint is a funny word adjective.
It is a funny word, yeah.
Star Wars, because most people who run in Star Wars love the taint.
Absolutely.
It's tainted. It's tainted, Ben.
It's tainted. It's tainted love. Tainted love. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Tainted love. Okay, so Maul keeps spewing the importance of his plan and how he has been cast aside. Maul says, "The plan, the only plan that matters. Not even I was made aware of its grand design, but I played my part, and I was cast aside. I was forgotten, but I survived, and I can thrive in the chaos that is to come." I mean, it's just a great
God damn it, Ben!
Such good.
With which you do that, dude. You should be a voice actor professionally.
Thanks, man. I'm working on it. I'm new to it, actually. So, and then Maul instructs Saxon to get rid of the Prime Minister. He's like, get rid of this guy. He's a loose end who can become an asset to our enemy. And so he's like using the brain intrusion Kylo Ren thing. And then the Prime Minister is shot just as he's about to give the information to Ahsoka.
Yeah,
who sent her around.
That was straight out of the Clone Wars, right? Or Attack of the Clones.
Attack of the Clones, yeah. Same type of experience where they're shot down and they're like, I must reveal my last breath, my last weaving breath. Is a great moment. But he reveals that Skywalker's involved, and that becomes a very important peppered moment that does provide an important catalyst for what occurs between Maul and Ahsoka later on. Because if she hadn't been alerted to the fact that Skywalker was even involved in the plan, she wouldn't have anyway. It just makes you think about all the different things that lead to this, and then what affects it later.
Sam Thompson will be mad if he keeps watching this.
Yeah, Sam Thompson. I'm sorry, we are doing spoilers, so just FYI. I have not watched the episode, but if Ahsoka beats Maul, I will be angry, dude. Yeah, I'm not going to say anything now, but I'm just going to let you know that we are going to spoil that.
He kills her.
He kills Ahsoka, right? Isn't that what happens? Yeah. So Saxon is able to use the elevator to his advantage and gets away, and Saxon and Bo-Katan have that little elevator rumble. Darth Maul told the Syndicate leaders to go into hiding, which is why we never see them in the original trilogy, of course, which is kind of cool. I like that whole they're preparing for that. Maul refers back to the comic when he talks to these 2 Mandalorians that help him escape, and he says, "You helped me escape last time," and then he refers back to, and I like to call these Mandalorians Maul-Delorians because they're Darth Maul-Delorians.
Awesome. Ben, I'm going to bring up real quick, though, on your channel that one of the 3 holograms is Paul Bettany's character from Solo.
Yeah, in case anybody wants to know, Happy Dinosaur 8000. How's it going? Good to see you. That is one of the things. So you pointed that out. K-Log saw that. He saw that that one of the holograms that Darth Maul sees is Paul Bettany's character. So, and once again, I think Sam Witwer, I'm going to say it right now. Anybody listening, if you're a Sam Witwer fan, give me an F in the chat. So say hail or something, because man, Sam Witwer really, really drives it home with this, and he steals the show. He really does. And I mean, I love his moments. At the time, I thought Dooku was an old fool, but now I see he and I are the same. One step behind, the dark side has never been stronger. Soon the galaxy will be remade, and in the chaos, we must seize the power we can. And it's so dramatic and so beautiful. And the music that's being played there is like, I mean, it's almost like it's on the verge of Blade Runner. I mean, the music is so ambient and so like, plateauing that it just makes you feel like you're in this field of digital planes of just nothingness, and it's I love it. It's great. What were you gonna say? I'm sorry.
I was gonna say that Wookiee Supremacy says, "Missed the stream, just watched the episode. It was great. What the fuck have they been doing?" Right, yep. Exactly, for the last few, which is what we've been saying here, Wookiee. Dude, clearly you know what good Star Wars is, which makes this more of a crime that you don't give it to us. I mean, it's so simple, it seems, right, Ben?
Well, it's because once again, like they said, it's like if you're gonna have someone write Star Wars, hire a fan, hire someone who watches Star Wars. The people that they hire the people that are hired to write the stuff that sucks don't know Star Wars. They don't watch Star Wars. They don't know what it is. They don't even. They probably haven't even seen like all the movies. They just like, oh, I mean,
they probably haven't. They didn't like them, Ben. They probably had to for work. But these people, they don't hire fans, like you say. That what they need to do is hire fans. They hire activists to prove a point, and to use Star Wars as their vehicle to achieve their political gains.
Yep. They want to change it into something that they like when they don't like it. So they don't like Star Wars as it is because it's this way. So they want to change it into something that they like.
No, you don't like it. If you want to change something, you don't like it.
Yeah. Just don't get out of it. Get the hell out of there. Anyway, so then the Maul-Delorians, which is I call them that, but they're the Shadow Collective. He promises all of them a warrior's death. Maul is like, you will all have a warrior's death. He knows that he's just sending them all to their own death, but he's just like, you'll reign triumphant in dying in battle. It's actually really kind of funny. My favorite was him curving the direction of the laser blaster bolts. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Was that in the throne room?
That was fun. Yeah, that was fun.
That in the throne room?
Yeah.
In the same place that he murdered Satine, right?
Yes. Exactly. Same place he murdered Satine and murdered
Pre Vizsla.
Pre Vizsla, yes.
Dude, I love this show, Ben. And I am not joking. I'm not making this up. My friend Casey, who lives in San Diego, who works at the airport, and I'm just throwing you under the bus right now, is high on cocaine. And he is watching Clone Wars as we speak, and he keeps calling me for updates and questions, and I have to say it to him like 10 times. And he, try saying pre-Vizsla to somebody high on cocaine. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, pre-cum what? But no, I'm trying to just get it through to him. But he loves it, dude. He loves it, and it's a good relationship to be able to explain to a cokehead what the Clone Wars is about, Ben. Hell,
that's fun. That's funny.
I was mad at Dave Filoni, but now I realize you just spent. You only have so much capital to spend when you're working for militant lesbians. So he did what he had to do. He made those bullshit episodes in order to create this fucking gold.
Yeah, it's absolutely great. It's absolutely so. Okay, so hail Gilbert Mensa. Thanks for joining, man. We appreciate you very much. When Maul and Ahsoka start their duel, you hear Palpatine scream, which means the Palpatine verse window happens at the same time.
I don't know.
Hold on. Wait a second.
I don't know. Well, yeah. No.
Wait a second.
I don't think at the time.
Well, it's possible. Let's think for a second.
No, it's possible. It's possible. But I don't. Even if it was at the same time, I could see it being at the same time. But the Sidious scream is not. Sidious is inside Darth Maul. You know what I mean?
Palpatine scream. He's talking about something that he heard in the
video. The noise that Palpatine makes when he does the twirl in Revenge of the Sith.
Oh, okay.
And like I'm saying that Sidious is alive in Darth Maul. You know, so when he does that, I don't know necessarily that you're right when you say that, because it could just be Darth Maul's reinterpretation of it. You know, he's a protege. But Ben, this is like this dude. Okay, this is Star Wars, man. They made something. We're discussing it with love, and then what ifs, and our perspective on it and our thoughts. And this is what I love about Star Wars, man. And thank you for producing this to me.
I love that Ahsoka actually agrees to follow him. I'm gonna actually say it again.
I wish he would have just followed through with it, because, like I said, this is Sidious. Darth Maul's right. Darth Maul is actually the good guy in this whole story. He knows who is wrong and who is right. And like, dude, maybe he does want to kill him just to be taking his throne, but he'd be a better ruler than Sidious. Sidious is evil, and he knows it.
Yeah. I mean, Maul is he's pretty filled with hatred. So, but I love their conversation here. And I think this will be a very, I think it's going to be one of those lightsaber battles that lives for a long time, or at least it could be that way. It seems that way to me, because there's a lot of great dialogue involved here. There's some of the greatest lightsaber battles that we know, but they become more memorable when you have great dialogue that's involved there as well. And so Ahsoka says that she left the Jedi Council voluntarily, but then he says, yes, but you were motivated to leave by the hypocrisy of the Jedi Council. We were both tools for greater powers. And Ahsoka says, I'm here to bring you to justice. And Maul says, justice is merely the construct of the current power base, a power base that is about to change. He is behind everything. He is the shadows. The Republic has already fallen. There is no justice, no law, no order, except for the one that will replace it. The time of the Jedi has finished. They cannot defeat Sidious, but you and I can. And she does. She says, okay, I will help you. But what's this whole thing?
Right? Is he not right, man?
Say it again.
Is he not right? What he's saying is facts.
Yeah. Exactly. Because this is, I mean, to me, dude, I would love to know the real timeline. It would be really interesting to see where this fits right alongside Revenge of the Sith. That'd be really cool to see. Anyway, it's just really cool. Okay, so every choice, I love that part when he says, every choice you have made has led you to this moment. All the different possibilities and different things have led you here. I love that descriptive, the visual description there. And Ahsoka agrees to help him, and then they asks about Anakin Skywalker, and that, of course, sets the whole thing into motion where they have to fight. And so, anyway, it's just, I thought it was great. The lightsaber battle was fantastic. Louisiana Boy, what was your favorite part of, the arc with Trace and Rafa was the only arc that I hated in the last season of Clone Wars. Yeah, I actually hated all of it, but, you have to forgive me because I didn't like the, I hated all of it. I didn't like any of the other stuff beforehand. Sorry, sue me, whatever. I wasn't a fan of it. That's just me. Sorry, guys. I know that I just wasn't a fan of any of the Bad Batch or any of that stuff. I thought it was total bullshit. That's just me. Sorry, guys. I mean, I love the clones and I love the clone stories, but I thought that was just, they were reaching. That's my opinion. Anyway, I still enjoy this. This is really good. I love the Clone Wars. This season has finally gotten to be actually good. I thought the rest of it was absolute trash, but that's just my opinion. Miles spilling tea. Did he spill tea? I don't remember. Maybe he did. Yeah, I think I don't remember if he spilled tea. Anyway, it was kind of funny. It was crazy stuff. So we don't need to spoil the very end, or maybe we do, maybe we don't. Did you love the lightsaber battle, K-Log?
I loved it, man.
It was great. Anyway, Anyway, everybody, thanks for joining. We appreciate you. My favorite part of this was the dialogue between Ahsoka and more particularly Darth Maul's dialogue. It's always the best. Sam Witwer always steals the show. He was great. And of course, at the very end, when he gets pulled up, he jumps through the window. And of course, with the weirdness that happens there, I don't know. A lot of people are, it seems to me like a lot of people are having, problems with what happened, with the outcome. Did you have a problem with the outcome, K-Log?
Well, I thought like in a perfect world, like if there was no sequel after this,
Right.
I would have loved, like, just epic cinema to see him kill her.
Yeah.
But that he got captured, I'm just thinking, dude, this is only going to last 6 minutes. Darth Maul's living, obviously, because we know the outcome. He fights Kenobi on Tatooine and to his death. So there's much more shit of Maul. He's in Solo,
Yeah, they should have had Darth Maul fight Kenobi in a live action movie. There should have been a movie about Darth Maul and Kenobi. Like, for them to put that in the
keep happening. Keep watching The Mandalorian. You know what I mean? They'll get to it.
All right, hail everybody! Thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate you so much. Please hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening.